In contemporary society, the issue of body size discrimination has become increasingly prevalent. Body shaming is the criticism of another person's appearance, often in a way that makes the other person feel criticized. This can be due to societal ideas of beauty, insecurities projected by others, or a lack of empathy. People shame others about their bodies simply because they feel superior or want to be like those around them. All of this is due to cultural pressures, the media, and personal biases. We will be discussing the issues in detail based on a podcast called Women at Work by Harvard Business Review. Firstly, let us look at the first speaker encounter of body shaming. Body shaming at the workplace can have negative impacts on mental health. To justify, Speaker 1 said that she had been discriminated against by her colleagues at work because of her body shape and was constantly called fat, which made her feel anxious and uncomfortable. Her colleagues called her stupid, expletive, and useful language on her, which made her feel belittled and disrespected. Furthermore, this negative action can lead to feelings of insecurity, low self esteem, and even depression. In the workplace, it can also create a toxic environment and affect an employee's job performance and ability to focus on their work. Additionally, it is also reveals that the speaker struggled with opening up to her partner about the body shaming she experienced at her workplace. This displays an act of isolation owing to her refusing to discuss the situation, which also can be interpreted and act as of lack of communication. The speaker is potentially cutting herself off from a source of emotional support and connection. This could be a sign of emotional distress and the speaker struggling to cope with the situation on her own. In terms of accountability and transparency, her refusal to discuss the situation with her partner could be seen as a lack of trust issue. The speaker continued by justifying her colleague, calling her stupid and expletives. This illustrates unprofessionalism and disrespect by using negative language towards a colleague regardless of the situation. Furthermore, this type of behavior can create a hostile and uncomfortable work environment and negatively affect productivity and morale. As a result, it shows a lack of professionalism and respect for one's colleagues and can damage the reputation of the individual and the company. In the next scenario, Speaker 4 is a teacher at a small university, and they mention that the institution only provides small desks and exam tables for both teachers and students. The unprofessionalism in the scenario is evident in the description of the desks and tables provided to both teachers and students. The desks and exam tables are described as small, which could imply that university is skimping on resources and not providing adequate facilities for its staff and students. She then describes an incident where a student with a larger body size accidentally flipped over a table while trying to navigate through a tight space in the classroom. This incident where the student flips over a table suggests a lack of consideration for the needs and comfort of students with larger body sizes. This could also be seen as a lack of planning and foresight on the part of the university administration, which would constitute unprofessional behavior. Furthermore, the student subsequently feels embarrassed by the accident and loses her self esteem and confidence. The lack of adequate facilities and poor spatial planning in the classroom could create unconscious biases against individuals who are of a larger body size, as they may be more likely to experience accidents or discomfort in such an environment. It is important for any educational institution to provide equal opportunities and facilities for all students and teachers, regardless of their body size. Moving on to the next scenario, it describes a situation where a coworker tells Speaker 3 to eat more when she mentioned feeling cold. The speaker likely expressed feeling cold due to the room temperature, and her coworker inappropriately assumed that eating more would somehow help. It is possible that she was feeling cold due to factors other than hunger, such as the room temperature or her own metabolism. The coworker's comment could be seen as presumptuous and insensitive, as it assumes that the speaker's coldness is related to her eating habits. This could also lead the speaker to feel belittled and disrespected by her colleagues' inappropriate assumptions. Additionally, she declines an offer from a friend to take some cookies, and the friend reacts by making fun of her in public and embarrassing her. This is a clear example of insensitive and inappropriate behavior from a friend. The speaker's friend reaction of making fun of her in public and embarrassing her is insensitive and inappropriate. It is not respectful to shame or embarrass someone in front of others, especially when the speaker had simply declined an offer for some cookies politely. This behavior from the friend is disrespectful and can damage the speaker's self esteem and trust in the friendship. It also applies that Speaker 3 is struggling with eating and feels mistreated due to her colleagues making inappropriate remarks and comments about her eating habits. The friend's behavior in this scenario shows unprofessionalism in several ways. First, making fun of someone else, especially in a public setting, is disrespectful and unprofessional. Second, it demonstrates a lack of consideration for the speaker's feelings and boundaries. Lastly, it shows a lack of maturity and emotional intelligence. In a professional setting, colleagues should treat each other with respect, consideration, and maturity, even in informal social interactions. In conclusion, workplace bullying and harassment, such as body shaming, discrimination, and disrespectful behavior, are serious issues that can have significant negative impacts on individuals. This behavior can lead to decreased productivity, lowered morale, and a toxic work environment. Hence, it is vital for employers to create or maintain a culture of respect and inclusivity in the workplace and take swift and appropriate action to address any instances of bullying or harassment.